We're a window cleaning resource. You're probably wondering what we do here, so let me tell you. We are the resource for window cleaners to get what they need so they can get back on the job and have the right tools under their belt, literally.
Another week. Episode 21. Let's bring you guys in a little bit closer. Let's get closer with each other. Solar panel cleaning friends, and we're back again with another week. And here's an interesting thing. We're got a little bit to talk about. I need to find out a little bit of information about some stuff. There was a little bit of talk this week about some soft washing the solar panels in the group this week. Soft wash, which I don't know anybody in the group if you've ever soft washed a roof or side of a house, or there's plenty of things. There's fences, there's driveways, patios. But one of the things that I have never done is soft wash a solar panel. And there was a little bit of some a conversation that took place earlier this week. We're going to look that up, and we're going to talk about a few other things that took place in the group, because I think it's helpful to go over the different types of stuff that take place so that we could discuss as a community. Plus, we're going to be talking about in a little bit here, Mr. Rick Sasser is going to be joining us and talking about his tractors and using them to clean solar panels, which I have a few questions for him. There is some questions about some logistics and some other different things that I would like to know. So I think we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. And then we got a few other things to discuss as well. Now, we got a little bit of time before Mr. Rick Sasser gets in here. And here's the thing is I've done soft wash before. Usually that is with the SH and the bleach, and then the surfactant, which is a soap. The soap is used to hold the surfactant to the roof or to the stucco or the side of the house, whatever I'm cleaning, so that the bleach, which is making the impact on it the most, is having effect and doesn't just rinse off with the water. Those are the basic ingredients that I use: is the water, the SH or bleach. Now, this is bleach that, let me just throw this out here. And I don't know if this guy is using, I think he said he's not using bleach, but I just want to make sure we're clear on this. Okay. With soft wash, the type of bleach that you're using is about 13%. It's the highest bleach content, I believe, that you can get. The ones that we use is 12.5%. But then what you get from the, you know what, doesn't even matter. Rick Sasser is here, so we're just going to get right into talking to him because he's out in the field and want to make sure he can get into it. So let's go ahead and bring him in with us. Mr. Sasser, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, my friend. How about you?
Very good, very good, very good. I'm actually sitting at home. Had a really easy day cleaning some solar panels, some residential panels. But you're back out in the field, as usual, it looks like, with that tractor cleaning those solar farms. How's that going for you today?
We've been going wide open for a week now. I'm glad the weather's break and no rain, and we're able to get this dust, dirt, and debris off these panels.
Definitely. You guys, where exactly are you located?
Right now, I am in Cochran, Georgia. There's two big sites here.
Okay. All right. And if you don't mind me asking, how large is the solar farm that you're cleaning right now?
This one here is only 7,800 panels, and then the one on the other side of town, I think it's like 10.5.
Wow. So, because I'm curious too, I wanted to bring you onto the podcast, and I wanted to talk to you about the tractors because I think they're very impressive. When I was at the 2021 Intersolar Convention at Long Beach, I got to see one that they had there up close, and I was just blown away at how massive it is. So I have a few questions that came to mind. One of the things that I noticed with the robot is the speeds that it has. It's not particularly as efficient as it is. It's not a super fast type of robot, and I don't know if it should be or shouldn't be. But my question to you is, how fast does the tractor clean at?
It does not have a speedometer in it. It's got everything else but. We clean a solar panel 100% thoroughly in about 1 to 2 seconds apiece.
Okay, that's. I kind of wanted to break it down to like that and kind of see where you were at. So, because leading to my next question, and this is where I was really wondering, is how many panels are you guys cleaning in a day? What is the most solar panels that you can clean in a day with that tractor?
Oh my gosh. Depends on how many hours a day you want to work.
Let's say in an 8-hour workday, just a basic 8-hour workday.
Okay, a good work day, everything goes just right, and if not just right,
right, no Murphy's Law, everything goes perfect.
Yeah, exactly. A good day, 8,000 panels, no problem.
Wow.
Bad day, about half that many, and that's only because you got a single axle tractor system where you got the drive shaft, you got to stop halfway and back out. So we do more backing out than we do driving forward.
Yeah, and is that because of the conduit lines? The conduit lines?
No, not conduit. I've seen some that's pictured, where the which go on one end where you can't get out with a vehicle kind of deal. The company Array builds a single axle tractor where there's one tractor turns upfield, and it's got a drive shaft right through the middle of the field. So you go halfway down a long row, you got to stop and back out and do it again.
All right. And let me ask you, because I look at it, Rick, and I'm like, man, this thing is just badass. And that's easy looking at a piece of equipment that big, that size is really easy to be excited about it. Are there some drawbacks to it? Okay, because I can think about all the stuff that I do, and I can easily think about some things here and there that I can fix, or that I would want to be better. Is there any kind of drawbacks or anything that stops you?
God, I mean, we say our prayer every day before we get on site, and to answer your question, yes. Obviously, there's a lot of hurdles and stuff that you got to jump over to get from point A to point B. One of them is a trailer equipped, just something simple I'm standing here looking at. It's a 40-foot trailer, and it's a big water tank filtration on it. It's got a 40-foot piece of equipment with a water tank and a brushing off. So, you got to think about how you're going to get from point A to point B and how many people it take to do so.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good point. One of the things that I think about is driving back and forth with a lift in all my days that I did commercial. One of the reasons why I stopped doing commercials, I started out doing commercial, but it got really hectic, and I fell in love with residential so deeply. I'm very passionate about it. But not too long ago, I did a commercial job that was an hour and a half away, and I did take a trailer with a lift on the back of it, and I got all the way up to the job and realized that I didn't really even hook the trailer all the way on the ball hitch, nor did I connect the chains. I was on a phone call that morning, and I was rushing, and it was one of the scariest things ever, because one knock and it would have just the trailer could have just came off the ball hitch and it could have been a disaster. And I don't think a lot of people think about, everything that's included when you're doing whether it be the commercial, mid to large, to even the large scale utility like you do. There's a lot more involved than just than cleaning. You have to have a lot of different certificates, aerial certificates, different things like that. What are some of are there any kind of, I couldn't imagine any kind of crazy certificates that you would need to drive a tractor, but has there been any kind of certificates or anything that you've added to increase your experience or to make working better?
I coach at 10 and 30. A lot of guys do out there. That's not that big a deal. As of a year or so ago, I mean, if you went to their site and want to get certified in doing anything OSHA approved, it ain't out there.
Right.
Insurance is really crazy on these sites, so that's something that's you got to be aware about. That is because nothing cheap besides like this. I mean, you're talking
right
$1 million. Yeah, so you got to have the insurance.
Like what? Like a $2 million aggregate? Like bigger than that?
I think that sort of sounds exactly like what I got in place, but there's so much more technicalities to it, such as I have a policy for environmental hazard. Environmental hazard. What's gonna environmental hazard am I gonna do? And there's a lot of electrical and a lot of weight, water. So you got to have a lot of insurance.
Wow. And so what happens when you come about to, this is kind of like a two-part question. The first part question is what happens when you're cleaning an array and you have a broken panel that's in the middle of the cleaning, because that brush is really huge. Now for us, we don't touch it whatsoever. So what is the protocol for you guys in a tractor when you come across a broken panel?
I'm gonna be real honest. A lot of times in heavy soil fields, you don't even see them.
Okay.
We run 7 to 9 gallons a minute, sometimes more, at about 70 to 100 pounds of pressure. And so, in saying that, we always used to lift, but you're talking. We tried not to. Okay, how's that? That's definitely a no-no. I'm not gonna say nothing other than that. But when you're cleaning and you can't see, doesn't ever happen, thank God, knock on wood. But, sometimes you just can't see them. Sometimes you do. So, we try to stop and go over those that are broken. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 in a row, so you never know.
Now, I myself have broken a solar panel one time, and it was actually in a ridiculous situation. I happened to be doing a residential cleaning, and to this day, I still don't know if I broke that panel. I sprayed water on it, and I believe there's a possibility, it was a very hot day, that maybe the solar panel shattered in lieu of me spraying water at it. But part of me believes that somebody shot an airsoft pellet at me while I was up on that roof. I don't know. I'm always a paranoid individual. But I did break a panel. I still take that, I still take credit for that. Is it the same for you with broken panels? Like, I'm assuming that that it may happen and that it can happen. A broken panel can happen. Has that ever happened?
Yes. Broke one today. Got to man up.
Yeah.
It was not a solar panel. It was one of the small panels on the tracker system live. They're about not even a fourth the size of a standard solar panel. And our brush, it didn't like the weight, and so it just went over a little bit. That's part of that learn and go thing, I take pictures of all that. I turn all that in. We're not shy about none of that. It is part of business.
You can't be. We actually, now that I think about it, there was one. Those solar panels that are the mirror ones that shine up at the tower at the top. They're very creepy looking and cultish looking, if you ask me. But they're super cool. But they're just basically a mirror, and then behind them it looks like they look like shot glasses behind them. We were cleaning that out in the field, and one time I actually broke one of those, which that was not too. They were cool about it, but we broke part of that one time. So things can happen and can happen in the field. What are some of the amazing things that have happened to you in solar paint? You know what? Actually, that's a stupid question. I don't want to ask that question. I got a better question. And before I ask, well, no, because I got a couple of good questions. But first, before I go any further, I want to finish off with the tractor, because someone did ask, how much is these tractors going for? Ballpark figure.
I knew that was coming. I'll be honest. Time you go out and buy a piece of equipment, the right piece of equipment, of course, Multiple brushes because there's short panels, double bay panels, and so you got different arrays. And you probably put in your water truck and this, that, and that. Now you're gonna spend $300,000-400,000 minimal, and plan on about $500,000. Really per gig,
Right.
I would say.
I would say $500,000 because you're hit it. Someone put a 125 to 150,000 ballpark. Well, if you're thinking about getting something like this, you better thinking about the trailer, the vehicle that you're towing it with. So you're in the hole for $500,000 easily, in my opinion. I mean, that's the way it is. All right, well, good enough.
I'll be real honest with you. I got over that just in brushes, so
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. But and that does lead to the question that I really do want to ask you. And beforehand, do you have long hair?
Oh yeah, I got to pull back, wear a hat.
There you go. See, I thought you had short hair. You have long hair. Okay, well, there you go. Let me ask you this, Rick. You started out solar panel cleaning how long ago?
This is going on my third season. First year was getting
third season.
Oh yeah.
So, did you get right into solar panel cleaning right with the tractors?
Yep.
So
Thank you.
You're a badass. Well, everybody can agree that Rick Stasser is a badass. That's very impressive. Really, really awesome. You have to do other things in order to do that. So I don't believe that, you just woke up one day and you're like, bam, I can do this. You have to, I'm assuming that you had other things in your life. Can I, if it's okay, can I ask what you were doing before you started cleaning solar panels 3 seasons ago?
Sure. This is 5+ years now. I've been living 100% off grid with solar panels, battery bank inverter, the whole 9 yards. And
Really?
so, yeah. And then, 5 years ago, you go out there and look at the growth of the solar panel industry just in itself. I have a side hobby, and that's my daggone business. But, anyways, there's just so much potential for all cleaners out there. Not just me. It don't matter. There's everywhere. Look, you guys are them out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful industry that I love. That I've been actually in it for 11 years, and I love it. I mean, wholehearterd and passionately. So much that every Tuesday I like to get on this computer and talk about it like a nerd or geek. I don't know, but I love it. I love solar panel cleaning.
That's all I do: eat, sleep, watch solar panels. So hey, I know the feeling.
That's it. It's amazing. My family loves me for it. Well, Rick, thank you so much for coming on the show and hanging out with me and talk with me about the tractor. I see you in the group, and thank you so much for your participation in the group. Everybody is just ecstatic about your tractor, man. You're just a badass, in my opinion. One hell of a badass in this industry.
I got to pass something a little bit early.
What's that?
I said I'll pass something on to you a little bit early. We've got a handful of equipment. We've got handful of equipment, handful of going to start marketing, so probably just the next few months, we'll have total packages of exactly what that you need to get out there and do it right on one pass, 1 seconds a piece. I've got if anybody's wanting to jump in. I will have them. I have a facility that will service them and market them and sell them.
There it is. And Rick, I was going to ask you here, how can somebody get a hold of you? Can they email you, or how would be the best way to get a hold of you if they are interested?
Then go to the website, www.solarfarmservice.com. There's a link, comes right to me. My cell phone, I'll give it out, 770-231-1405. I get a lot of hits for Messenger and a little bit of Facebook, but LinkedIn and all that, the combination, it's a crazy thing.
Nice. Well, hey, you guys got that here. If you guys are interested, definitely hit them. There's a few people in the group that just might be interested in that, and also from the YouTube channel. Rick, I'm excited to see more from you. When you're done with this job right here, post some pictures for us, because we're definitely want to see the outcome, man. You're a beast out there.
No
Certainly.
problem.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. You have an invite to come back here anytime you want on the podcast, all right?
Cool. Just call me wherever I'm at. I'll be glad to participate.
It worked out perfect with the cell phone and the headphones, so that was perfect today.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, thank you, sir. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Guys, Mr. Rick Sasser. I like the guy. He's been in the industry for 3 years, 3 seasons, and he came in right into it with the tractors. That's awesome. I started out with $500 in equipment from Home Depot. It's a beautiful industry, and there's so much placement for everybody to grow and to learn. And I like to say that learning is endless. It's an endless thing. There's another thing that I also like to say that the people close to me are sick to death hearing about, but it's the raw way. I know it's retarded, but it's recognize, analyze, and resolve. And I basically think that with solar panel cleaning, we get the opportunity to recognize that there's a huge opportunity. Some of us just are looking for a good opportunity to pay the bills because we're about to lose it all. Some of us are looking for just another opportunity because we're just rolling in life and are that way or whatever. Sound like Joe Biden sometimes. But we analyze it with our life, and then we go ahead and resolve it by starting a solar panel cleaning company. And it's to all levels. And I am thankful that I was able to start from commercial and then get into residential. And I know plenty of individuals that started into residential and went into to commercial. There, like Rick Sasser said, there's room for everybody everywhere in this industry. So if you have any kind of questions about solar panel cleaning, how to get into the industry, if you're curious about finding some residential commercials, how to get some residential customers, some commercial clients. If you're thinking about trying to get into the prevailing wage type of stuff, go ahead and hit us up here at Facebook. Or you could send us an email at solarpanelcleaningfriends@gmail.com. Myself, Lewis, Mike, a few other individuals, we'll try to get back to you and answer that for you. What is this? It's happening now. We need to corner the California market, or else it will be like the cannabis industry and big money comes in and takes it all. You know what? This is true because it is growing. From the time that I've started, which was 11 years ago, I'm telling you, in 2015, there was a shift. In 2018, it went boom and it skyrocketed. If you've been in the solar cleaning industry in the past year to 2 years, there was a shift in 2018, and there's been a growing shift of solar panel cleanings, even back in 2015. So we've been doing this for a while now. Also, I do want to add this. There is no specific level that makes you the best. There is nothing that makes you a specific expert. Everybody is an expert. And the whole idea of solar panel cleaning expert is that it is an idea to achieve. It is the idea of being successful in a successful solar panel cleaning business, in a solar panel cleaning industry where it's a community where everybody loves each other and talks about things. And we like to talk about stuff. The thing about it is we like to, is it Tom or was it Tony? We definitely like to communicate and discuss different things. So let me just see if I'm ready for this. I'm going to find it right now. Now, I need to find on here exactly. You have to give me a minute. Soft washing solar panels. Oh, by the way, someone posted this. Why does it say January 8th? Why am I so... Is there stuff I'm not seeing? Hold on here a second. There we go. Okay. So with soft washing solar panels, the question is what we're cleaning with. And then we're also asking about, is it safe to clean solar panels with? And then also we were talking about the warranty, I believe. Now, if you ask me, I believe that the warranty would be voided by soft washing. I know you guys know this is on here. You guys saw that post, right? I mean, how far do I got to go back to find the post about the soft washing? I'm skipping all this. Somebody's like, I got to read the comments. Somebody's like, just go ahead and search and put in the search field. I should. I know I'm coming up on it. Rick. Me. Nobody else. Nobody else here, just soft washing solar panels. Nobody else here, just soft washing solar panels. Is that a question or a statement? I mean, I see the question mark, but I'm still lost. 115 comments. That is a lot of attention. Rah. You can't wash them in, and I want to get right here because I swear there was the reasoning for it. But my problem is this, okay? We're talking about the solar panel. Can I search? I found it. Found it, Jerome. I know I probably should have searched in the first place. What we're talking about here is, like I said earlier in this episode, is the surfactant, the water, and the SH, basically. Now, you're not putting bleach on that, and you're certainly not using any kind of regular soap. Now, the different kinds of cleaning soaps that they have out there that are approved for solar panel cleaning has a different effect. Now, the surfactant from soft washing, what it does is the whole the reasoning behind the soap, the surfactant, which is basically a soap for soft washing, it's kind of like a two-part different type of thing. Number one is it has a scent kind of like part to it that allows it not to smell so much like fucking SH, man. What about soft wash with hydrogen peroxide? Tongue was bigger than my mouth for a second. Hydrogen peroxide. There is, and that is for, because I've used that for, back in the day, actually, for rooftop. But let me get to that. Let me get to this. The soap part is what's really, really important. Then we'll get to the soft washing with hydrogen peroxide. But the soap is basically a surfactant. It's basically just stick. All right. So it's not like the cleaners that have been approved, although I don't use a cleaner, and I just recommend or suggest to use, I mean, you can do whatever you want, is just pure water or reconstructed water using a Solar 7, but I certainly don't use soaps. But the soaps that are cleaners that are okay for solar panels doesn't exactly stick to solar panels. It rolls off of it, cleans, and it rolls off of it. With soft wash, what we're trying to do is clean a roof or a house without having to use pressure. And so it's soft wash, hence the freaking name. And then we inject it with a little bit of bleach and some soap or surfactant. The surfactant is going to help the bleach smell good and give it a nice little cherry smell that I like. The ones with the cherry smell are apple one. There's an apple one that's really, really good, but we're not going to get into soft washing big time. But anyways, it makes it smell good. And then it also slows it down from the bleach in the water from just quickly running off the roof or the side of the house. And so that's what the surfactant does. It sticks. Guys, Why would we want anything to stick to the solar panel? Here's my thinking on this. The only thing, again, this is like using Dawn dish soap. You are creating a magnet, a dirt magnet. I mean, you're going to rinse all that off. And I feel like maybe it's not so fair to say it's like dish Dawn soap. But however, though, I feel like if you don't give it a good enough rinse, then you're still leaving some elements there. There's a top layer and there's a bottom layer, right? That top layer, that's all the soft dirt and soft dust that just floats around in the air that can be blown right off and can be easily washed off with the rain. All right. There's the sticks, the leaves, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's too heavy and the rain isn't strong enough, the wind isn't strong enough to move it. Then you have a bottom layer, and that bottom layer is not just dirt and dust that's been gathering and accumulating from being blown from the air, but there's also oils that collect, and that makes it a stronger layer. That's why there's two layers. That's why when the rain hits it, after it's done raining, there's still something left on it. There's still soiling on it because that's that lower layer. And pollen. See, you also have things like bird poop that doesn't easily come off all the time with rain. It may, but what doesn't come off easily with rain is bee pollen. By the way, it's not bee pollen. It's excrement. It's bee excrement. It's poop. Basically, the bees are going, and as they're flying in the air, poop goes like that. And bees are the reason why you're seeing there's not bees just like flying all over the place. Like that's the thing to do because it's fun. They actually have a flight pattern. All right. And if the solar panels are underneath this flight pattern, it's kapoots. I was looking at the compilation around me and for a promotion about to run. This individual has 55 stars, but he has a lot of shots using a lot of soap in the panels. Well, it is very smart for us to educate our customers and to educate potential customers and to educate the masses, Junior, because here's the thing. I suggest, and I didn't make this up, and I got this from somebody else, but at every cleaning, that at the end, you go to them and you have your Google link ready and you text it to them and you say, hey, can you please give me a review? Send me a review. Looking at the competition. I'm sorry. That's what I thought too. 55-star reviews that's really, really good. I would read not to bag on anybody, but read the reviews. And there might be a lot of things about him. He might do other services as well. So that's interesting. The fact that he uses soap, it could be by chance a cleaner for solar panel cleaning. There are cleaners now that individuals are purchasing. Again, I don't necessarily do that. It doesn't make sense to me. I clean with pure water. And I think in the future, we're going to get into a point where we're going to have pure water cleaners and cleaners that clean with a cleaner. Yeah. So there's that. Which, if you think about it, like Mr. Sasser, even Steve Williams right down here on the front, or Kim Verdict, these guys use robots. All right. Even using something like now I'm not going to say the rotating bristle brushes because that can be hooked up a little bit different, but for the majority of the times, these types of larger equipment are connected to a water tank or a water buffalo or something that's holding some sort of pure water. They're not injecting any kind of chemical, any kind of soap into that. And again, I think the main thing that should be discussed here is, and because I've never really heard anybody soft washing solar panels. All right. This is a whole different thing. Soft washing, and I don't want to get deep into this. Soft washing is cleaning of like the roofs or like a house of like the mold or like the algae, and you're using bleach to get rid of that. That being said, why would I need to go ahead and spray something and just spray something? Let me be specific. Why would I find it acceptable to spray solar panels All right. Soft washing again is no pressure. Excuse me. If he was, hold on here, because that's a good question too. Great question. Could have been trolling me or the group or anybody. I don't know how they would know that I would. I didn't really comment all that much, but everybody else did. How would they know they would make it up onto the podcast? I don't know, but I think it's some great content to talk about because there's a difference of some things that are taking place here that people were talking about. But what I thought was interesting is going up and spraying again. This is no pressure, no pressure washing. No pressure in this conversation. What I meant to say is there's no pressure being used in the water. So we're just spraying it down. And then at the same time, there's soap and no bleach, he says. And that's basically it. Or maybe hydrogen peroxide. We'll just throw that in there just for the hell of it. And we're with or without the hydrogen peroxide. Hey. Okay. Hey. Ow. Shit, what are you biting me for? My puppy was having a. I'm sorry. You okay? All right. Dog just bit the hell out of me right now. All right. So, anyways, you spray him down. You got the soap. You put the soap on him, and then you spray him with just regular water, no soap. When's the last time you got up on a damn roof and sprayed the solar panels down with water, looked at them, said, water-fed pole, water-fed brush, don't need that, and just got off the roof? When's the last time rain has gone down? I mean, it doesn't work like that. What are you cleaning? What solar panels are you cleaning? That should have been the biggest question. Which solar panels are you cleaning that you're able to clean them so easily with just spraying them down? Where do you get your resin for the DI tank? I have 2 large tanks, 14-inch diameter by like 14, about 4 feet tall. That's like a 1 cubic foot. Basically, you got 2 different kinds. You got the bigger kind and the smaller kind. I have a smaller one, which I use for my window cleaning. And by the way, Marco, I'm in the San Diego area as well. I have a half a cubic foot. Yours would be a cubic foot, I believe. All right. And you can get these at Culligan Waters as well. If you're renting a DI tank, that's what you're getting. Where can you get some DI resin? There's a couple different places. Hold on here. I'll give you some links here. Let me find them. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a second here. Over here, over here, over here. That. Get back over here. Oh, look at that. Somebody's already answering. And guess what? What I'm putting up right now is actually, I'm going to give you a few different options. This is windowcleaner.com. By the way, these links support Solar Panel Cleaning Friends, the group, and the podcast. So if you click on them, you are helping support them. Also, you can go over to Tucker because Tucker has some really good DI resin as well. And there's one other place that I want to tell you about. Give me a second. Window Magic Supply. Whoop, 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 whoop. Window Magic Supply, which is located right here in Escondido, California. So if you're in San Diego, you can drive right down here. If you don't want to order, you can order from WCRwindowcleaner.com or from tuckerusa.com, or you can drive on down to Escondido and pick some up at Window Magic Supply. If you go down to Window Magic Supply and mention Solar Panel Cleaning Friends, you should get a discount. If not, ask for Randy and say, hey, Chris Virgin sent me from Solar Panel Cleaning Friends. He said, hopefully I can get the hookup. and then also say, Chris said hi, by the way. Yeah, Randy's really awesome. I love Randy at Window Magic Supply. So those are some places where those are 3 places where you can get your DI resin. Currently, the resin that I am using right now that's in my half a cubic foot is resin that I got from WCR. So it is actually zero, I believe, zero, XERO. And that works out pretty good for me. Has a smelly, fishy smell to it. DI. That's what DI is like. I switched it. I switch it like every 3 months, 2 months, something like that. It just depends on how many windows we're doing, how many window jobs we have. But it's well, let me say this apparently. I shouldn't even say apparently. I was going to give you a backstory right now that included me and Mike in something that took place today, but I'm not going to bore you with it. I'm just going to give you the facts and you can just go with it. Here's the logistics. When you put resin into your tank, it's going to smell fishy. While you're cleaning, it's going to tailor out and it'll smell totally fine. And then all of a sudden, it'll start to smell fishy again. And that's getting around the time where it's getting low and needs to be replaced. Just a little word of advice. I don't have much left for you guys. Next week, what are we going to be? Where are we going to? I think we're going to actually be. See, here's the thing is next week is the 19th. And I don't know who's going to be on here, and I'm not sure where we're going to be exactly or what's going to be taking place, but you should definitely be here next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I'm positive that there will be somebody from the industry that has something important to say that you will want to hear and that you do not want to miss. Plus, not only that, I get to talk, and that's a lot of fun for me because frankly, I love hearing my voice, and from day-to-day operations, Mike has to hear about it. It has to hear my voice just nonstop in the truck. He's not too happy. Now, okay, you know what? I got a few more minutes. I got 7 minutes. Joseph, how long have you been cleaning? With his attack dog? What the What do you mean attack dog? Who's got an attack dog? Hold on. Let me see here. You know what? Hold on. Okay. Let's stop this sharing here. 3 years. Have you really? Get out. Do you have your headphones? Do you have any headphones with you right now? Give me a second. All right, look. I just sent you a link to the StreamYard. If geez, man, attack dog. If you've got headphones and you can log in, you can get in. I've got 6 minutes I'm going to be on here, and you can talk. Me and Joseph Painter. We'll talk about his attack dogs. And you see, you never know who's going to be on here. Who else you guys want to see on the show? Who else should we have on here in the future? Is there anybody specifically that we want to talk to? Because I feel like me just going out and deciding who I want to talk to, it can be kind of boring. And we did that last time with the last podcast, which, by the way, did you guys know this is the second podcast? Were you aware that this is actually not the first podcast? The second podcast was outside of the cleaner's box with Luis Menez and also Jimmy. We don't do that podcast anymore for reasons we're not going to talk about, but Luis is around and Jimmy is not. But we have a new podcast, and it is pretty damn cool. Jerome? Uncle Jay? Are you interested in coming on and talking? Now here, hold on a sec, because I gotta bounce back and forth because I can't see all the comments all the time. Let me just get back here. Well, I would too, especially because we hear from Lewis's point of view. and Lewis is over there, and he has to clean. He runs into, by the way, that is Carla Dawson. He runs into some situations that are quite interesting in my opinion. Heavy soiling, and has to use quite a bit of arm muscle to clean these solar panels, even with the rotating bristle karcher that I believe he uses over there. But he did use one of my 24-inch bristles. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine having a brush that was 24-inch bristles? You're just all, cleaning solar panels. It's my brush. Yeah. It's what I do. I clean panels. All right. So it's a 24-inch wide brush with 4.5-inch bristles, which I find to be very, very helpful. But that had a profound effect with his cleaners out in Hawaii. So I would like to cleaners from Hawaii. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do a couple different things here. How much time do we have? Just we got time. We got time. May 3rd. I don't have anything set for May 3rd yet, which is the first episode in May. May 3rd. I am going to dedicate May 3rd to, I got to write this down somewhere. Hold on a second. Because my memory is not that good. Here we go. Let me just type over here. May 3rd. And Hawaiian Cleaners Day. All right. Episode. There we go. So what we're going to do is on May 3rd, we're going to go ahead and dedicate that podcast to Hawaiian cleaners. And we're going to go ahead and dig deeper into what those cleaners over are doing in Hawaii and those type of islands, what they're running into, and how they're actually being able to take care of that. Figure out which way good, as told Steve last week, who infiltrated the group. I don't remember. You'll have to refresh my memory who infiltrated it. We'll get back to that. Do you think it's better to work out of a truck or a van? I'm looking to get a cargo van pretty cheap. Well, let's see here. I started out with, in the very beginning, real quickly, let's go through this. First time that we went out and cleaned, you all have heard the story of me cleaning 7,800 carport panels. First job ever with $500 worth of equipment from Home Depot. And we rented a big truck from like U-Haul or something like that, or Penske, I think it was. Actually, I think it was Penske. And we drove up, and that's what we used to get back and forth. Real talk. Then we started using a truck. We got a truck back then, and that was really, really awesome. We got the Solitech, and bringing that back and forth with motors and everything, and then having a lift on a trailer. The truck was very, very helpful, especially for mid to large to utility scale solar panel cleaning. The thing about it is residential to mid to even large commercial solar panel cleaning. I had used a 2012 Transit Connect, Ford Transit Connect, and I loved that van. And I do kind of advise to get them because I think they're cool for a few different reasons. It keeps your stuff safe depending on how you have things, but it keeps your stuff, your equipment a little bit safer than a truck. If you have a truck, you need to have a camper. If you've got a rack and you've got ladders, you got to lock them down. If you got a trailer, where you're keeping it, where you're staying. Just the other night, not last night, but the night before that, someone broke into my truck and actually popped off the plastic by the steering wheel column, tried to steal my truck. So, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. I can tell you good reasons why I liked the van and tell you reasons why I hated it. I did like it when I was out in the field because I could go in the back of the van and go pee in a cup. Sometimes you find yourself out in the field and you got to go to the bathroom and you can't go anywhere. Well, that's really, really awesome. Safety is peace of mind, and that's the main thing for it. This person votes for a van, but I guess it depends on what you want to do and what you're going to be doing for the next year or two. Okay, if you're going to be getting into residential, then you might want to consider that. I myself do nothing but residential. I shouldn't say nothing but. I'm so strong about it, and that's so stupid. I do a lot of commercial, okay, and a lot of residential. I'm not going to downplay commercial. I talk too down about commercial, but I prefer. The point being is I prefer a truck for residential or commercial. So I guess it's your own, your own preference. It's kind of like pricing, when it comes to it. It's your profit margin. It's what is preferential to you and not what the competition or what somebody else is charging, which, by the way, I heard about Bland Cleaning charging $49. This probably is an initial cleaning, and I can guarantee you there might be some add-ons or some things that might have to increase that price. Like it's too dirty, it's a two-story, there's this, that, or the other, because no business can survive off $49 a cleaning. It's just impossible. I don't know about you, but I'm not getting up on a roof for anything less than $100, and $100 for cleaning is ridiculous. In fact, that's even too low. But he probably has a business model and it works for him. I say my opinion on this is don't let different types of ads, marketing pieces from your competitors sway you or get you too crazy in the head about pricing and whatnot. Stick to what you're pricing on and stick to your guns. Know your value and your worth, because at the end of the day, there's a good possibility that they're out there doing the same thing that you're doing with marketing. One of the two things. They're either sitting there at the computer trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing for them, the magic beans they're going to grow money for them, or they have a company that working for them, and that company is out there just working the magic beans, trying to get the money to grow for them. So don't trip out on that. If you're worried about it so much, go talk to Luis Alfaro and talk to him about, getting some help with some marketing. Get a marketing company that can help you grow your name and grow your rankings on the grow your rankings on that damn website, internet stuff there, the online Joe Biden. Anyways, that's my story. Is that Terry Lynn? If that's Terry Lynn, I don't dislike you, sweetheart. I think you're a great person. And by the way, you're welcome to be a fan of anybody. If you guys like Steve Williams, Chris Virgin, the Man on the Moon, everybody is welcome to like anybody they want. And by the way, we're all cleaners and it's all love and it's all family. So that's got to be Brian Deaton. I would look, but I'm not going to. Even Mr. Deaton, family. Yes, I like it. I like it so much. I love it. I come here, I talk about solar panel cleaning, and some people like it, and some people don't, and some people are afraid of me. I like it. That's my terrible, terrible impression of Nacho Libre. That's why I don't do it all that often, because I'm actually not that good at it. I do some impressions, but I don't do them here on the podcast because, again, I'm not that good for them. Free pour cocktails at 3 for $10. You got to drop the link on that, bro. Nobody likes anybody who doesn't, is just keeping the hookup to themselves. If you got the plug, hook up. It is a lot of fun. There is a lot of entertainment, but there should, it should be a little fun, and we should have a little, we should be chilling out. I come from California, San Diego, California, where we're pretty laid back. We do smoke weed and drink beer and listen to some chill ass music and watch the sunset and like the waves rolling, and we're just chill. So I think the same thing about solar panel cleaning, because there's no need to argue in the group and fight. I mean, we can just go ahead and stop that, and let's go ahead and throw that out the way. And from now on, let's just go ahead and talk about solar panel cleaning. Steve Williams is a a very intelligent man who has a lot of knowledge in this industry. Okay. And probably a little bit more intellectual than I. As much as I may joke around with Steve and in jest, I've got a lot of respect for him as a cleaner in this industry and as a human being too. He's very, very, very smart. So just food for thought. But what does this say? I still want to know. Steve Williams in Vegas, blacked out drunk off a lemon drop. I love lemon drops. Don't make fun of me, girl. Don't make fun of me. I like me a lemon drop. If you don't know what a lemon drop, that's like vodka, the little lemon juice, and some sugar. And then I like the lemon too. You get the lemon, the little sugar on it, and you're like, oh, girl. Telling the tourists they need to be harnessed and while walking on the sidewalk. You know what? He's good for safety. He's just helping out the people out there. All right. No big deal. And you know what? He might be back in the future to talk about some safety and some other different types of stuff. We're winding down here to the end. Joseph Painter did not make it, but he has the invite to come here. Next week, I don't know who is going to be on here, but it will be somebody pretty awesome. And yeah, that's about it. Join us next week, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as myself, Lewis, and I don't know who else is going to be on here talking about solar panel cleaning. We will comment, or rather you will comment, and we will comment back to you, and we will talk, and we will shoot the shiz. The shiz. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. I'm really a nerd. All right. Hold on. There's one last one here. There's one last one here. It's kind of windy in Vegas, so they might need a harness walking on the sidewalk. You know, it's kind of windy out here too. So I was kind of wondering about that. And it's kind of beautiful out here. I'm supposed to get up there. Lewis wants to come up there on the 19th, but I might just actually come up there on my own this weekend. I don't know, but we'll see. I might just rent for everybody out there. I might just go ahead and rent a car because I'm not driving my vehicles up there. It's a 4 to 6 hour drive from my place. So I might just rent a vehicle and just drive up there, do a little bit of gambling, a little bit of, I got some friends, hang out with the homies. What up? I don't know any gang signs, so I can't throw anything. I just do this like Sorry, I live in Escondido. There's a lot of mariachi around me all the time. But I might go up there for the day and chill out, either Saturday or Sunday if my wife lets me, permitting, but I don't know. We're a month away from having our son being born. By the way, did you know that I have a son coming? I have 3 daughters, a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 4-year-old, and now I have a boy on the way. So congratulations to me. You guys should send me all a congratulations. I would appreciate it. Other than that, you guys have yourself a beautiful, beautiful week. I hope your week is amazing. You make a crap load of money. You get some more customers out there and some more reviews for your guys' self. Remember, get that Google review, that link, and at the end of the cleaning, go ahead and she won't let you. She will. She will. My wife's badass. Trust me. She's cool. She's Puerto Rican. When's the show date? When's the date? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out everything in the future. In fact, I got to go because it's going to get overhand. I love you guys. It's awesome. This is from Solar Panel Cleaning Friends, Chris Virgin. In the future, we're just going to get bigger, bigger, and better, better, better. She's due.